Taylor leads the field down. It's the 88 AIM entry right now. Mark Wilkins behind the wheel running second. Hey, the 61 holding down second place, Jamie.
Well, the 61 AIM Autosport also didn't come in for that first round of pit stops. Why? Because they're actually still trying to figure out what these tires can do. They didn't do enough long runs during the practice session, so this first set of stickers that's on the car, they're trying to see what the life is like and if their setup's any good, so that as the race continues and they get into the closing stages, then they can adjust. They're still running through that right now, so they're going to be stopping a little later.
Talked about guinea pigs out in the cars right now, and that really is a lot of experimentation going on.
Yeah, Fogarty got around Mark Wilkins there in the Gamma88 car, but Mark's trying to respond now. He gets around the 77 machine of Henri Richard, so he's back up to fourth.
Henri's trapped in the middle of all this going on. This is the 61 car, the Gamma88 entry.
Down into turn one, under braking. Wilkins trying to close some ground to the 99 in front. Does a little bit right there at the entry to two.
This Gamma88 product actually saves you fuel, and I'm sure that the team would love to be able to throw it in their fuel tank. But
of course, during the pit stop that they got aced in the pits by the Ganassi guys, but now back on the racetrack, that car is set sail.
Well, we talked about if you want to beat the
drive car in this machine, and the assist was coming from the other side. Mark Wilkins is in. These boys are having a great run with the Gamma88 machine. Bert Frizzell's going to take over the chores now to take it to the checkered flag.
AIM Autosport always puts out such a good car, and right now Frizzell taking over. New sponsorship, and got to be proud to be a part of that program. Gamma88 coming on board for this race and the next round. Frizzell heads out on track.
This Gamma88 is a fuel additive for diesels, which increases fuel mileage like 11%, boys. Think I can get some of that for the motorhome?
Yeah, you need it, Dawson. Quit whining.
If you would take your foot off the pedal for a while, that might help your fuel mileage.
To perfection, they got Paul in the car, and then the car had a problem. But the 61 team, what a day for them. Bert Frizzell up front, but he's going to be on older rubber than the rest of the field. So they're rolling the dice here with the Gamma88 on board as well.
If there weren't just 40 minutes left to go.
61. We talk about what a great run Bert Frizzell is having. It was Mark Wilkins behind the wheel of the 61, the Gamma88 entry. He's out of the car. He's with Jamie.
Yes, Mark, you guys are having a great run here this weekend. On a long run with the tires right now, how is the car handling?
Yeah, you know, the car's been really good. It's been it comes better actually on the older tires, which is kind of a nice change. The guys have been working really hard. You know, Bert's doing a great job out there, and you know, we've got Gamma88 on board, and you know, what a great sponsor to have and add for these few events, and it's great. You know, Bert's just got to drive hard, and you know, we're on a little older tires than the other guys, but the balance gets pretty good on the car with a little lighter fuel load, and you know, we'll see where we end up.
Are you going to need to stop again?
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully not. We'll see what happens as the race plays out. But, you know, right now I think we're really close on fuel, and if we can make the tires last and keep out front, it would be great for the team.
AIM Autosport rolling the dice right now, but I told you earlier, they made the longest run at the beginning of the race on the tires. They were making sure that they had a setup because they knew that if they could play the game, they would be able to make it to the end of the race on just 2 stops for fuel. It looks like right now their strategy is paying off.
I think the key is they do have another extra set of tires there in pit lane. Talking to them this morning about their numbers and what they had left, having only made 2 stops. I believe they were starting on the quali set and should have had 3 sets to go. So they have tires if they need them.
So good, they did not run at the Rolex 24. Remember, they elected to miss that race just as they did in 2010, but they came back at Homestead and finished 4th, first time out in 2011. Right now, Pruitt just looks like he has the better car, and why would he not? His tire's much fresher.
Yeah, and talking to Ian Willis, who really is the team principal here at AIM Autosport, he said yesterday, he said essentially we're 40 hours behind the rest of the teams out here in terms of working with this new tire. They didn't run the 24-hour race, as you said, and they don't have the test time that the teams had in the off-season. So doing a tremendous job to really come in here late. There you see Bert Frizzell really wiggling around there, trying to get the car well down. Pruitt looking at the outside again, dives to the inside like he did the lap before.
See, can Frizzell cut underneath them? BMW power in both of these Riley chassis? The answer, no. Nothing doing. Meanwhile, Alex Gurney really putting pressure on Bert Frizzell.
Frizzell held up a little bit right here. 2 GT cars racing each other. Might split them.
Gurney's got 13 laps less on his tires, so he should be in better shape tire-wise than Frizzell, but Frizzell has done a tremendous job today.
I heard Mark Wilkins say our car is actually pretty good on old tires, so Bert Frizzell in that green, gold, and white Gamma88 BMW-powered Riley, and then Alex Gurney in the very familiar red number 99 Gainsco entry.
Talked about them potentially maintaining a trend here where they win in odd-numbered years. One in 07 and 09. And look at this, Gurney to the inside. Can he make it stick in traffic?
Really depends on what the GT cars do in front of them. They're both stuck by.
Remember,
They'll split him, will they?
Oh, look at this.
Oh! Contact big time with the 59.
for the Brumos entry.
Well, you had to know that was 4 wide.
Wow.
Now, this part of it's okay. Watch. Here comes Gurney up the inside. That's the right move, but it depends on what happens in front of them. What happens here is that they both get blocked. Now they're going to try to split. Gurney to the inside, around the outside, Frizzell, and here, not enough room.
Yeah, I think if he'd waited a little bit longer, there would have been a gap there, but he cut across. Just try to read that situation. It's awfully tough when you're in the middle of 4 cars, but we're on board right now. You can see it.
I think Bert thought he had him cleared right here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite, just wasn't quite done yet.
It almost looks like maybe Lee Keen moved a little bit to the right, so let Gurney move a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. He did move just a little bit, but I think...
Yeah, and like I said, they're still there, but they're limping.
Then for the lead, Pruitt goes around Bert Frizzell. He's on slightly older tires. Power move by Pruitt. Really has looked really strong in this stint that he's putting in right now.
Nothing he could do, and Bert Frizzell ends up slipping all the way back to 5th, but then look at this.
This was entertaining as they try to split these 2 GT cars. Watch Bert Frizzell on the outside. He just clips in a little bit too early, gets into it with the 59 Brumos car.
Those are conversations that we have had. I mean, if you look today, the 01 car has not put down the fastest lap time. They were not the fastest car earlier in the race. They have not won on sheer speed. They have won on execution. They have made no mistakes.
But they haven't won yet.
Well, that's true. No, the races that they have won. On board, the 61, Bert Frizzell. Good top 5 run here. They're running 4th right now. And once again, this is a team, don't forget, they not only did not run the Rolex 24, but when they showed up at Homestead, it's a brand new package. They went to the BMW power plant this year, so they had to relearn that as well.
Well, the good news was that Mark Wilkins ran with level 5 at the Daytona 24-hour race, so he got a little bit of a leg up in terms of giving the team some information about what to expect with that BMW power plant. And of course, Bert ran with the Action Express team there